Let me text you a link. I resell it. But it's all silver. Yeah. Okay. 1 second. 310. Okay, so I have a
Can we put it on the list? If can this be tightened?
You know why?
I don't.
Adam Siegel.
Oh, really?
100%. I tell him every time we're not.
Stop. No, it's plastic. But that doesn't help me. All right, everyone, if you could find your seat, settle down. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Settle down. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Good Shabbos. Good Shabbos. Everybody settle down. Find your seat, please. Everyone. Find your seat. Find your seat. I know it's very exciting to be here. What? Taking it.
Okay. I trust it.
Exactly. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Shabbat Shalom. Do you want me to tell the story? Sure. We're doing.
Hammersmith, England?
Yes.
I mean, it's your story.
It is my story. Some people have heard it before. I was not a good kid. No. Objectively, I was not a good kid. But more importantly, I used to run to all sorts of places that at least I wasn't supposed to as a kid. But one of them was Hammersmith. And Hammersmith has a big music arena. And one of my favorite bands was Depeche Mode. Is Depeche Mode. It's not an old thing. Is Depeche Mode. And coming from a very Orthodox Hasidic background, going to a concert felt like such a transgression, which it was in my community. But one of the most amazing things about it is sort of that back then in the sort of in the 80s when I was at that concert, a song came on that I thought I knew really well. And I did, and I still know very well. But at some point in the song starts this beat, and all of a sudden, the melodies, the songs of the 999s and the la la las and all the different niguns, which is the wordless melodies, sort of came rushing in through that. And as I was thinking about it, the singer was like asking the congregation, asking the concert. It is asking the concert to join him in this nigun, and for the first time, and perhaps the most significant time in my life, these two worlds came together. And these two worlds that really had no obvious connection point came together. And from that moment, and really throughout my life till this day, so many, many years later, this idea that I speak a lot about the tension principle that I think is Judaism, of things that you think might not go together. Tattoos and Torah, Hammersmith and Niguns on Shabbat. And when I started to sort of have some roles as a rabbi in different congregations, this thing sort of like was rattling in my head. And finally I asked the people back then and here to sort of recreate this experience and to create this sort of brand new nigun on the base of the drums of the Pesh Mode and the words that sort of there came to me, the nigun that sort of came to me that then was part of that. So, the Pesh Mode nigun.
All right, so we're going to build this experience up, and the last part, the piano and my voice are going to enter, and hopefully you will sing along with me in this wordless melody. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't get enough. I just 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 can't get enough.
What a great privilege we have. The band. Parker Palmer writes about, unfortunately, a moment that he experienced grieving. And he writes about the people that were there. I took comfort and strength from those few people who neither fled from me nor tried to save me, but were simply present to me. Their willingness to be present revealed their faith that I had the inner resources to make this treacherous trek, quietly bolstering my faltering faith that perhaps, in fact, I did. Today's Shabbat Nachamu, we'll talk about it a little later. The Shabbat right after Tisha B'Av. Today is about comfort. But today is also about how we are sacred witnesses to everything that happens around us. How we're sacred witnesses to things that are celebrations, like we have some tonight. Sacred witnesses to the people around us, and not trying to make it better. Not talk about the silver lining. Not talk about making lemonade out of lemons. About just simply being there and saying, I'm here with you. I see you. Today is about radical presence, about the ability to be here and to be here for the people that we love and to be here for ourselves. That's the theme of tonight. For the candle blessings, I want to invite the birthdays, please, if you can come up here as we celebrate the bringing in of Shabbat. And bringing in Shabbat means to separate Shabbat, that we are exalting in a moment in time from the rest of the week. And again, we light the flames as we always do as a reminder. The flame, however you tilt it, always tries to go upwards. A reminder that we always have the opportunity to do better, to be better, to grow. But more importantly, in this day and age, a flame is a reminder that it takes one flame to light a dark room. And whether it is the room of the soul or the room that you're in or the world, if we can remind ourselves every Shabbat to be a light and a flame, that somebody else can see the room, to light the path for ourselves and for others. So.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Thank you. Birthdays, we'll see you soon. As we've been doing every Shabbat, as I look outwards towards the congregation and I recognize the great privilege I have of being here in this position, and I see a lot of spiritual children. And I'm reminded of my own children, and I'm reminded of my own lineage, and are allowing ourselves to not just be a congregation, but to become a community, and also, if you allow me, to become a family. And in this moment, to remind all of us that we are here together. And when I talk again about radical presence, it means that I see you. This blessing is about slowing down for you, to touch your head with intention, and to transmit something larger than myself, our oldest blessing that we have. And like I said, in this day and age of distraction and doom scrolling, this is radical presence, to be here together. And I offer these blessings to all my spiritual children, to all my children, to families, as my father has done before me and his father before him, and so forth and so on. And if nobody's ever told you to this week or in general, a reminder, you're doing great. I'm very proud of you. Your job is to say Ken Yehi Ratzon, to accept the blessings. So, Yevarecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
Ken Yehi Ratzon.
יאר אדוני פניו אליך ויחונך. יישא אדוני פניו אליך וישם לך shalom. May the Eternal bless you and protect you. May God deal kindly and graciously with you. And may she bestow favor upon you and grant you peace. Amen. Every week we remind ourselves that we have the world that we see and the world that we don't see. Every week we are reminded that there's something beyond us. And whether we accept this as a lesson of recovery, to accept that we are surrendering to something larger than ourselves, or whether we just accept that there are sometimes things in this world that we don't understand, or whether we believe that there are spirits and ghosts and magic all over the place. Because if we could have split the sea and could have seen the burning bush, right? Nobody was like, what? A burning bush? That's impossible. If we can hear the voice of God, perhaps we can still hear the voice of God. You always have to leave some room for magic. And whether it is serendipity or something else, maybe it's even angels. And some angels come in the form of the people around you that tell you, that save you, that tell you the truth, that help you when you need to. And some angels are just around you. Gossamer voices that allows you to choose the right thing. On Friday night, we're reminded that what we see is never the entire picture. There's always something beyond it. There's always a ripple. There's always a magic. Every Friday, we're reminded of the angels that come, stay, bless us, and when it's time to leave, because, guests are like fish, 3 days and it stinks. When it's time to leave, to also leave. Shalom Aleichem.
Lie, 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 la, lie, la, 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 lie, la, lie, la, 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 lie, la, lie, la, lie, 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 la, 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 lie, la, lie, la, 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 lie, la, lie, la, 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 lie, la, lie, 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 lie. Shalom Alechem, Malachi, Hasharit, Malachi, Elyon. Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Bochem L'Shalom Malachi HaShalom Malachi Elyon Mimelech Machi Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Lai 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 La Lai La 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 Lai La Lai La 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 Lai La Lai 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 La 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 Lai La Lai Shalom Malachi, Shalom Malachi Elyon. Mimelech Machi Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Zeichem Shalom Malachi, Shalom Malachi Elyon. Mimelech Machi Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Lai 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 La Lai La 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 Lai La Lai La 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 Lai La Lai 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 La 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 Lai La Lai La 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 Lai La Lai La 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 Lai La Lai 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 La Lai La 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 Lai La Lai La 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 Lai La Lai 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 La 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 Lai La Lai La 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 Lai La Lai La 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 Lai La Lai 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 Lai.
Oh, yeah, okay. I didn't say the joke yet. It's after. All of us have this fantastical, amazing device in our hand, dreaded at times, phenomenal at other times. All of us use it to communicate. All of us try to continuously find some kind of soothing. When we look out in the world, a lot of it can be so harsh and hard and full of pain and darkness. So we doom scroll if we want to be part of that. Or we self-soothe at looking at things. I have full relationships of people that all I do is share memes with. Right? I'm sure a lot of you people do, right? Or like me and my best friend, all we do is share restaurants that sort of, right, we have a list now that we can probably never fulfill in our lifetime. I say this because the world, social media, Instagram, phones, computers, newspapers, outlets, all of it constantly is pushing us to pretend to be something we're not. Lying to us that sort of if we buy this, we'll be happy. If we buy that, we'll be happy. That life will be so much better if you introduced more hydrogen in your diet. Life will be so much better. You don't know how to do this bicep curl. Here, let me show you how to do this bicep curl. Constantly. We're constantly asked to be something that we are not. Except on Friday nights, we get a chance today, right now, for the next 10 minutes or so, to say, no, I don't buy into that. The next 10 minutes is devoted for us to say, vulnerability is not a weakness. Being myself is the strength. I am as I am, and I'm proud of it. Here, the motto is, why fit in when you can belong? Fitting in means to make yourself bigger, smaller, wider, narrower, richer, poorer, whatever. Nope. Here, we're going to spend time giving gratitude when we are in gratitude for something or someone. Here, we're going to make amends and ask for forgiveness when we are doing tshuva, when you're allowing ourselves to stand up and saying, I will say who I am. So whether you're giving tshuva or giving gratitude, we're going to spend a few minutes together. We have the microphones. So if you have a gratitude to give, raise your hand, and we'll try and fit as many as possible for gratitude and tshuva. Cool. All right. Yes, Scotty.
Hi, my name's Scott. I'm a member of this congregation, an alumni. Thank you. I didn't expect a response. I just want to wish my friend and mentor, Russell, you're going to have competition in a couple of years, Rabbi. And I'm just so blessed to be here, to see this, to be a part of this. And I also want to wish my wife a speedy recovery. She's going to do some surgery next week, and I hope we all can pray for her fast and speedy recovery. Thanks.
Hello, everybody. My name's Spencer, and I'm a grateful member of this community.
Hi, Spencer.
First off, I want to give my deepest gratitude to Beit Teshuvah for saving my life. It's not an understatement. Because of this place and the people here, I'll have 4 months sober, God willing, tomorrow. Thank you. And I couldn't have done it at all without, the love and support of everyone here in this room. You guys, every single day, make the difference in my life. And secondly, want to give the deepest gratitude to this man here next to me. Steve, congratulations on your cake, man. I'm so glad you got another one and so glad that you're in my life. Steve and I have a history. He's been in my life for a little while and had a front row seat to me tearing it down a couple different times. We were in a sober living together that somehow I ended up at 3 different times. And the last time that I was there, we had a couple people die that we were close to in our house. And Steve was a good enough friend and cared about me enough to say, honestly to me that he saw me being the next one that would, if I didn't get real help, and directed me to this place. You're the reason I'm here, Steve. You're the reason I'm still here. And I'm glad that our friendship turned from you giving me the hard news to you taking me through the 12 steps. I love you, dog.
I just wanted to give a gratitude to Steve. You were one of the first people here who I walked through the door. I was hurting. I was almost recovering from just being barely strung out. I was on a very high dose of methadone, and you drove me to that clinic almost every morning. And you made me feel less weird. You would talk to me, and you just made me feel better. I was struggling when I first got here, and you really helped me through, Steve. So I wish you the happiest of birthdays. I'm so proud of you. Happy birthday to everybody else. But Steve, you really, really helped me get through my first chunk of stay here at Beit Shuvah, and I'm eternally grateful for you. So.
Hi, my name is Andre. I'm a grateful member of this community.
Hello, Andre.
How y'all doing? Today, I just wanted to, first of all, show my gratitude as well for Beit Shuvah and the process that they have been taking me through to maintain a healthy recovery in my life. When you get here, Beit Shuvah takes your phone away and give you that time so you can really go in and introspect and look inside yourself. And that time is the necessary time to do that. So they take your phone away. They make sure that you focus on your program. What I want to make teshuvas about is it was an individual that I actually gave a phone to in the midst of this process, which was the wrong thing to do because it takes you away from your process. And the secrecy of doing that also puts you in a place of shadows. You're collecting shadows, and that's what leads to addiction. If for a while you just start doing things in secret, and then another secret and another secret, it gives way to an open door for that. And so today I want to make teshuvah and also give gratitude for that process and also exposing myself in that area. So thank you.
Hi, everybody. My name's Carrie. I'm a grateful member of this community. And I kind of figured one Newman was enough, but then I changed my mind. So here I am. Happy birthday to Yona. And who's the other birthday person? I know Steve. I'm getting to him. Because that's why I stood up, actually. Steve and Russell. So Steve, I'm pretty sure it was July 24th of 2024. I could be wrong on that. But I was thinking about it on the way here. I was talking to Scotty about it. When I drove up to Ventura to intercept you from the, we won't just throw it all out there, but whatever. I got you. I grabbed you. It was like an extra side trip for me up to Ventura to get you here. And I knew you from before. And I'm just like, so I ended up here tonight. I didn't realize you were taking a cake. I'm so excited and happy to be here for your cake. And I owe you a real debt of gratitude. I was, again, talking about this on the way here. I'm about to have another heart surgery, right? But when I had the last one, it wasn't planned. It was an emergency. And you stepped up without I didn't ask you, nobody asked you, and you took over my Wednesday night commitment here at Beit Shuvah when that happened for like 3 months. And I'm just, it sounds like a small thing to many people here. He took over CGA, but it was a big thing. Like, it's one thing I didn't have to worry about. And so you're just a stand-up guy. You're a stand-up member of this community. Happy birthday. And Russell, this is what I said. This is what I said to your sister. I was like, who'da thunk, right? What the hell? I mean, I think I put somewhere, you haven't seen it yet. I remember when. And usually when I'm saying that to people, I'm saying I remember when, like, I visited them in jail. Right? There's a couple people in this room I've said that to on their birthdays. But I remember when, I never visited you in jail, but I remember those letters, and I remember Rabbi Borovitz working with you to write that Juva letter, and I just remember when you landed and everything. And so what you're celebrating tonight, your graduation of your BA, and you're about to go on another part of that journey, which just blows my mind. I can't even... Whatever. Who'da thunk is where I'm going to leave that. So anyway, thanks, everybody.
Hi, my name is Lisa, and I'm a grateful member of this community. Okay, so Carrie said who'd have thunk it? I'd have thunk it. Okay. And I'd actually been saying to Russell for many years, why don't you go to school? Why are you stopping yourself? He could never really give me a good enough answer, and he was offered an opportunity, and he took it. And in 3 years, with only having a GED, 3 years, this guy got a Bachelor of Science, not a Bachelor of Arts, a Bachelor of Science. 3 years. On top of that, he was studying 2 years of biblical Hebrew, and he was working full-time here. You are nothing short of than a miracle. We were talking to somebody on the phone the other day, and they were saying that I always knew you had it in you. And I agree with that. And I'm glad you finally realized it. And I'm very proud of you, and I love you.
All right. Over there. Okay.
My name is Josh. I'm a grateful member of this community. I just wanted to, thank you, hi. I just wanted to quickly make a teshuva. I had got my phone when I was early on here to go to a doctor appointment, and I went on to a crypto website, and I was gambling on there. And I just wanted to, that was a bad lapse of judgment, and I really respect this place. And when I do things like that, I'm showing disrespect to the place that's helping me and saving my life. So I just wanted to say teshuva for that, and thank you guys.
Thank you so much. All right, last teshuva. Last whatever, gratitude teshuva. Mr. Russell, there's a Coopermont. There's the whole thing.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. My name is Russell, and I am a very grateful member of this community. And we are here tonight It went better in the rehearsal, I assure you. Yes, we were here gathered tonight. And I needed to do this here. I needed to do this in front of my community. Because without the love, support, dedication, and guidance of the people in this room, this dream that I'm living would not be happening. Many of us say, I can't get there from here. And that was my story for a long time because I let it be my story. It was the fear that held me back, the uncertainty. And it's not holding me anymore. The people in this room have shown up in my life. And it started just over 3 years ago on the first day of Passover when I was asked to join a Zoom meeting with the outgoing board chair, the incoming board chair, and the current executive director. And I had no idea what the meeting was for. Not very strange that I was asked to join a Zoom meeting. But what was very strange and what was very different is the purpose of that meeting. And it is the first time I'm publicly saying this. They asked me if I would consider becoming a rabbi. And I said yes. I had no idea what I was saying yes to. But if these people that I loved so dearly and believed in so much saw that in me, how could I say no? Beit Shuvah was asking me to be of service. And for an organization that has provided me with the life that I have today, given me a life worth having, how can I say no? Didn't even cross my mind. I didn't even ask my wife permission. It might be the only thing I didn't ask permission about. And it turns out rabbinic school is a master's level program, and you need a bachelor's degree in order to attend. And I was a high school dropout at the age of 17. I got a GED in the county jail in 1985. That was my education. But I said yes. So what do I need to do? And we figured it out. We sat down, we figured it out. I did my research. And like my wife said, In just over 3 years, I completed a 4-year degree. And I stand here before you, a college graduate, and I am so grateful. And as I said, the bachelor's degree was the prerequisite, because I've also officially been accepted to the Academy of Jewish Religion, California. And I start rabbinic school next month. Wait for it, it's worth the wait. Sorry, Rabbi. I just got this tonight from somebody in my family. But I do need to take a minute. And thank some people very specifically. My family who's come from back east, my niece, my nephew, my sister who came from Vegas. Stacy, you've been with me throughout my entire journey of my life. And I love you for the support and the dedication, and to have you guys here, it just means so much. My extended family came from parts all over the place. To have you here is just such a blessing in my life. You guys have been so amazing. Linda, Allen, I couldn't have picked better parents. Thank you so much. Zach Jones, your support, your guidance has been beyond belief, immeasurable. Keith, Paul, Heidi, Bob, all the board members that have come in support of me. My brother, Scotty, I love you. Carrie, I love you. I will certainly be praying for you. Rabbi Feinstein, it is such an honor to have you here celebrating with me and to learn with you. And lastly, to my wife, none of this happens without you, without your love, support, guidance, and picking up the slack. Because as I'm in school and doing all these things, you're still taking care of all the business that a household requires. And you find time to throw in some love for me, and I make sure I find time to love you. And I can't wait to see what the next part of this journey entails for us. If it's anything like it's been, we better buckle up, because it's going to be an amazing ride. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.
We started playing a different song at this point in the service, but for you, we decided to bring back this nice little thing.
And it's fun. We all like it.
We?
I mean,
who's we, Kimosabi?
most, I guess. Here we go.
Exactly.
Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, וזמר לשמך עליון, וזמר לשמך עליון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, וזמר לשמך עליון, וזמר לשמך להגיד
Enjoy that. I want to invite the birthdays up here and also the new residents for this week. The lifeblood of this place is people who choosing to say, I need help, and this is where I need to get that help. This is the chance for us to sort of to recognize the monumental feat which it is to say, hey, I need help. That moment where you say, this life cannot continue like this, and I need somewhere to do this. A journey of recovery. So, Jeremy F., Rosie K., Griffin L., Charlie M., and Maurice S. up here, please, with the birthdays.
Give them a round of applause. All right, we're going to start off with our birthdays. They're going to lead us in some communal responsive reading on the count of 3. You guys see it up there?
Not yet.
1,
No, not yet.
3.
May the door of this house be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love, all who are lonely for fellowship.
May it welcome all who have cares to unburden, things to express, hopes to nurture.
May the door of this house be narrow enough to shut out pettiness and pride, envy and enmity.
May this threshold be no stumbling block to young or straying feet.
May it be too high to admit complacency, selfishness, and harshness.
May this house be for all who enter a doorway to a richer and more meaningful life. Amen.
Sounds good to me. Now we're going to introduce the newest members of our community. First name will be sufficient. We'll say a prayer together, and then we'll send you on your way. Community, this is?
Jeremy.
Jeremy. Baruch haba b'shem Adonai. May you have come be blessed in the name of the source of life.
Nelech beor b'shem Adonai.
Let us walk together in the light of the Divine One. Welcome.
Stick around. Almost. All right, everyone, this is?
Charlie.
Charlie. Baruch haba b'shem Adonai. May you have come be blessed in the name of the source of life.
Nelek beor b'shem Adonai.
Let us walk together in the light of the Divine One.
Welcome. Rabbi like that. We're
Yes.
moving it along. All right, community, this is?
Rosie.
Rosie. Baruch haba b'shem Adonai. May you have come be blessed in the name of the source of life.
Nelek beor b'shem Adonai.
Let us walk together in the light of the Divine One. I like this crowd.
Everything's going really smooth. Community, this is?
Maurice.
Maurice. Baruch haba b'shem Adonai. May you have come be blessed in the name of the source of life.
Nelech beor b'shem Adonai.
Let us walk together in the light of the Divine One. Welcome.
All right, last but not least, this is?
Griffin.
Griffin. Baruch haba b'shem Adonai. May you have come be blessed in the name of the source of life.
Nelech b'shem Adonai.
Let's walk together in the light of the Divine One. Welcome.
Thank you, Griffin. All right, before you head back to your seats, just very quickly. It's been quite a while since we've heard Mizmor Shir on a Friday night. And we've been doing some other melodies, and we mix in some things, but that's how life kind of works, right? You don't like how things are right now? Just do one thing. That one thing is?
Hold on.
Just hold on, and guess what? The universe changes. Our mind changes. Life changes, and that's the goal. You're all here to change your lives. And you've made a very, very good decision by walking through that door. Now you have this whole community of people to support you in that journey. So please, take advantage of it, and don't take it for granted. So everyone, please welcome them in.
In order for us to accept new residents, in order for us to be able to offer everything we do here to save people's lives, in order to have people who celebrate birthdays whether be it a year or 18, we need people to help. In Judaism, we call it chavruta or mituta. It either is together or it is death. Everything is done in community. Everything is done together. But in order to do so, we have to have a communal pact. That communal pact in our tradition is called tzedakah. It's called charity. But tzedakah comes, as I say every week, tzedakah comes from the root of tzedek, which means justice. Tzedakah means that we bring justice to the world by offering what we have to others. And there's ways to offer through money, and there are ways to offer through other services, volunteering, being of service to other people, sponsorship. And there are ways to offer through a good word, through allowing the good word of Betshuva, the good word of recovery, the good word of a life well lived, the good word of not just living and surviving, but as we saw today, right, and as we see so many years later with Russell's story, to thrive. We can be not just survive, but we can thrive. So tzedakah, whether you pick up your phone and you give us money through the QR code, or you spread the good word of teshuvah and of betshuva and of recovery throughout the world, or find something to be of service. Perhaps your tzedakah this week is calling the person that you've been avoiding to call. Perhaps the tzedakah this week has been the ability to offer somebody and say, how can I help? How can I help you today? And in Judaism, as always, and I want us to remind ourselves that tzedakah, every person has to give, even if you receive tzedakah. Because if you receive tzedakah, you may say to yourself, I'm already receiving, I don't have enough, how can I give? But fundamentally, receiving tzedakah means that you recognize what it is to also how important it is. So in Judaism, we say when you receive tzedakah, you also have to give. A reminder that even if you receive it, you always have something to give to somebody who has even less than you. So we thank you for the tzedakah. And the other form that we do it is that we offer a prayer. We offer a prayer for those who are in need. So we direct our attention, and I want you to hold in your heart a person, somebody who may need. We offer a Misha Berach for people who are about to go surgery, and we offer prayers. We also prayers for people who are right now suffering. We have, unfortunately, a board member whose their spouse is in the ICU, and we offer their prayers towards them, a prayer of healing and a Misha Berach. So think of a name, think of a person. And guess what? If you can't think of anybody else, offer the prayer to yourself. We all need some healing. Misha Berach.
Misha Berach Avotenu Avraham Yitzchak V'Yakov Sarah Rivka Rachel V'Leahu Yivarech V'Rapeh Et HaCholim Elna Rifanala Elna Rifanala Elna Rifanala Elna Rifanala Misha Berach Avotenu Avraham Yitzchak V'Yakov Sarah Rivka Rachel V'Leah Hu Yivarech V'Rapeh Et HaCholim.
The poem of Lecha Dodi is a strange one. Because if you look at the poem itself, each verse is a different addressee. Sometimes, as we pray it, we're the groom, sometimes we're the bride, sometimes we're God, sometimes we're Shekhinah. It constantly keeps changing. And that is on purpose. It changes because the thing that the poem does implicitly is to remind us that we all play all the roles. In order to have compassion, I must be able to look at somebody else and say, I understand what you're going through. Perhaps it's not exactly the same thing, but all of us have felt heartache. All of us have experienced loss. All of us have experienced grief. All of us have experienced joy, success. All of us have experienced all the different elements of the human condition. And Lecha Dodi tells us, you need to remember that. You need to remember that everybody around you has similar experiences. Sometimes love is directed to you. Sometimes you have to direct the love somewhere else. Sometimes you're the higher power, and sometimes you're the one that needs to surrender to it. And we switch around our seats. We look around at some point in the poem to remind ourselves again that where you are sitting, look at who is behind you. Look at the cheap seats in the back. Look at the front seats for the people who are the Balei Batim, the big people, the bigwigs. Remember that you are never alone. Remember that as you turn around, there's people that you have to see. Lecha Dodi is about the voices, the faces, and in our cases, the faces of Teshuvah. Lecha Dodi.
We're going to do a different melody to this. Let me just hear something. I'm going to sing something. Can you sing it right back to me right after? All right, so do after me. Lecha Dodi. Okay, good. Just do that when it comes up. Here we go. Go ahead, Laura. Lecha Dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat nikabela Lecha Dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat nikabela Shamor v'zachor v'dibur echad Hishmi'anu el ha'meyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad L'shemo tiferet v'litila Lecha Dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat nekabela Lecha Dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat nekabela Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha Ki hi mekor ha'bracha Merosh mikedem nesucha Sof ma'aseh b'machshava tila Lecha Dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat nekabela Lecha Dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat nekabela Hitoreri Kiva oreku miuri Uri shir daberi Kevod Adonai alaik nigla Lecha Dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat nekabela Lecha Dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat nekabela. In this moment, we are going to greet the Shabbos bride. Everyone, please rise and face the doorway if you are able. Boi v'shalom materet bala
גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי כלה, בואי כלה, לך דודי, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
Stay standing for the Balfour.
Yai la lai 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 lai. Yai la lai 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 lai. Yai la lai 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 lai. Yai la lai 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 lai. Yai la lai 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 lai. Yai la lai 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 lai. Yai la lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Baruchu et Adonai Hamevorach. Baruch Adonai Hamevorach. Hamevorach leolam vaed. Hamevorach, Hamevorach leolam vaed. You may be seated.
There's a whole bunch of new people this week tonight, so as we're about to say the oldest prayer we have, the Shema, which in fact is part of our Parsha this week. A reminder that the Shema, the first three letters, the word Shema, which means to listen, to hear, requires something, a tool, on how do we do that. And the three letters of the Shema, because Hebrew is a sacred language and also sort of like divinely inspired, offers the tool of that. And that is the three sounds, the sh, and the ah. The sh represents the hustle and bustle of life, the noise all around. It represents all those voices in our head, all the voices outside, from the noise of the marketplace to the noise of the phone to TV and everything around. The sound is a harmonizing sound, a sound that allows us to come together, to harmonize, to hum, and to realize that we are creating a pathway within us. There's a great amount of research at the moment how the sound, as it reverberates in our skull, creates a certain safety, a way to lower the cortisol. And in the end of it, if we're able to stop the hustle and bustle and harmonize, then and only then can we have a moment of clarity, an ah, a release, a moment to say, oh, I can understand this. So let's practice together. If we do the sounds together, we'll get to the Shema. So first, the sh. One more time. Shema Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בהם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ושוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם דעות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך.
Amen. There is a relentless insistence that everything happens for a reason. That God never gives you more than you can handle. That the right attitude transforms any darkness into light, if you believe it enough. It may pass as spiritual wisdom, but it is actually, in my opinion, a form of cowardice or toxic positivity. Spiritual bypassing. And it is not Judaism. This week's Parsha on the Shabbat immediately after Tisha B'Av makes the counter-argument with unusual precision. You see, real spirituality does not ask you to edit yourself into something more presentable before you show up. It asks you to bring the whole thing, the darkness and the drive, the hunger and the wound, the part of you that struggled and the part that is still struggling. Not despite what you've been through, but because of it. So tonight I want to talk about the comfort that doesn't lie, gratitude that costs something, and a commandment about love that is more radical than almost anyone realizes. We are one day out of Tisha B'Av. The fast is over. The Kinot have been sung. We have sat on the floor and read the Lamentations and let ourselves feel the weight of what our people have lost. And now the Haftarah opens with one of the most famous lines in all prophetic literature. Comfort, comfort my people, says your God. Nachamu, nachamu ami. Why twice? The doubling is not accidental, of course, because some grief is too large to be addressed just once. The first comfort is for the destruction you have already named, already wept, already processed enough to call by its right name. But the second comfort is for the grief still working its way through you. The loss you haven't fully located yet. Something that's working with you. The thing you think that you've dealt with, but it still wakes you up at 3 o'clock at night. Real comfort does not arrive by telling you the pain wasn't real, or that it was a blessing in disguise, or that you should look on the bright side. Real comfort arrives by sitting down next to grief and saying, I see it. I name it. Yes, twice. Because once wasn't enough. And only after the full, honest, twice-spoken naming does the permission to begin again becomes available to us. This is what Shabbat Nachamu is doing, not skipping the grief and moving through it at the pace that it requires with honesty it deserves. You could not receive genuine comfort for pain you have refused to acknowledge fully. The comfort lands precisely where the wound is cleaned and visible, not before. Then the Parsha pushes deeper. Because immediately after Nachamu, Nachamu, we are asked to do something that seems almost contradictory. We are asked to be grateful, not for the silver lining, not for the lesson wrapped in the loss, but for the darkness itself, as the actual instrument of who we have become. Moses says something I want to read very slowly. Has any God ever tried to take one nation from the midst of another nation by trials, by signs, by wonders, by war, by a mighty hand and an outstretched arm, like all that God, your God, did for you in Egypt before your very eyes? Moses is listing the instruments of liberation, and the list is not comfortable. Trials, war, mighty hand. He's saying, look at what it cost you to get here. All of us know this feeling. The method was the plagues and death and 40 years of desert and Miriam dying without a eulogy, and Moses himself turned away at the border. The method was the whole thing, and it's brutal, beautiful, costly, the truth of the journey. The tradition is asking us to look at the worst thing that happened, the thing that broke us open, the years we've lost, the person we were before we had no choice but to become somebody different, and say, that was also God. Not instead of the grief, alongside it. The darkness was not the detour from the path, it is the path. I'm not saying that suffering was good. I'm saying that suffering was yours, ours. And what it made of you is sacred. Because spiritual bypassing says it wasn't really that bad, or God had a plan you just couldn't see. Real faith says it was bad. It cost that much. God was in it anyway. And I am here, which is the only proof that I need that something in me survived it, and it changed me by the ways that I'm still discovering. The gratitude that costs something is not gratitude for the lesson. It's gratitude for the teacher. Even when the teacher was lost or failure or a year of everything that goes wrong or the version of yourself you had to mourn before you could begin again. And then at the center of all of this are 6 words that Jews have been saying twice a day for 3,000 years. Shema Israel Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Listen, O Israel, thy God is Lord, thy God is one. And immediately following that, Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha. Love God with all your heart. The Hebrew word levavcha, both the Mishnah and many other commentators, the Sfat Emet, read this double letter of levavcha, the 2 bets, as meaning of what? Both inclinations. The Yetzer HaTov, the drive towards goodness, and the Yetzer Hara, the drive towards destruction. Both. Your highest self and its counterpart. Notice for those people who are in Hebrew, not Ra, but Re'ah. The Yetzer Hara is not your enemy. It is your fuel, the raw energy of desire, of hunger, of wanting. The same force that aimed poorly breaks everything and aimed honestly builds everything. This is what it means to contain multitudes. You are not the best version of yourself that you perform on a good day. You are not the worst moment of your life. You are whole architecture. Sinai moments, golden calf moments, Caleb moments, grasshopper moments, the times you spoke with grace and the time the words left your mouth before the grief had anywhere else to go. All of it is you, and all of it is what you bring. Because here's the thing about loving God with both your inclination. Nothing in you is too broken to be brought forward. Nothing in you is too dark to not be included. The tradition has already made room for that part of you, and that you are the most yourself, even the things that you are ashamed of. It built that room into the commandments. Adonai Echad, God is one. Not God is the good parts, not God is the accessible when you have your life together. Not God is present at Sinai in the absence of the wilderness. One, which means the destruction and the comfort. The Yetzer Tov and the Yetzer Hara, the 40 years and the 11 days, the darkness that built you, and the light that you are building right now, all of you. All of it is from one source. All of it is one reality. Spiritual bypassing works on splitting, separating acceptable parts of experiences from unacceptable ones, and only bringing the acceptable ones to God. The Shema refuses that split at the level of the metaphysics itself. If God is one, then the split is false. The wound is not outside the divine. The version of you that failed spectacularly and the version of you that survived it. The same one gold holds.
You do not have to choose which parts of yours to life to present. You have to learn to see all of it as one. That part is hard, and that is what we are all doing here, learning how to see this all at once. Nachamu, nachamu ami, comfort, comfort my people. Real comfort does not feel like pain being taken away. It does not feel like reassurance that it was all worth it. That's not comfort. Those are bypasses. They work for a few minutes, and then the grief is still there. Unnamed and still running the show from the basement. Real comfort feels like being seen completely, without editing, and told that was real. You are real, and your story is real. Bring the whole heart. All of it is welcome. All of it is holy. All of it is you. So tonight, this week, tomorrow, bring out, I ask you, one part of yourself that you usually leave out. One conversation, perhaps, that requires it. One friend, one meeting, an honest moment, not edited, but real, no silver lining. Name that part of darkness of you, be proud of it. Something, that moment, perhaps, has made you who you are. Shabbat Shalom.
Listen as your day unfolds. Challenge what the future holds. Try to keep your head up to the sky. Lovers, they may cause you tears. Got ahead, release your fears. Stand up and be counted. Don't be afraid to cry. You gotta be bad. You gotta be bold. You gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay together. All I know, love will save the day. Arrow what your mother said, read the books your father read. Try to solve the puzzles in your own sweet time. Some may have more cash than you, others take a different view. My, oh my, yeah, yeah, yeah. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay together. All I know, love will save the day. Time asks no questions, it goes on without you, leaving you behind if you can't stand the pace. The world keeps on spinning, can stop it if you try to. The best part is danger staring in your face. Listen as your day unfolds. Challenge what the future holds. Try to keep your head up to the sky. Lovers, they may cause you tears. Go ahead, release your fears. My, oh my, yeah, yeah, yeah. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay together. All I know, love will save the day. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay together.
Nate, everyone.
Hey, thank you.
Cantor Nate. All right. What a great privilege it is to celebrate birthdays. People who continuously, day after day after day, say, okay, this is still the life I want to lead. What an amazing privilege that is. So first, for 2 years, Stephen.
My name's Steve, and I'm an alcoholic. And I'm a grateful member of this community. And I'll take 2, right? I got 2 on the house before I got here, so I've been out for 2, right? And I got this email. I want to thank Sarah for letting me get on the birthday list. You know, I got an email. I got to make it quick, right? So Carrie picked me up, you know, and she brought me home, right? It was my 3rd time. And there were times when Carrie would come visit me in county jail, and I would go back to the dorm, and they'd say, who was it, your girlfriend, your parole agent? I'd go, no, it was Carrie Newman. You know what I mean? I was just like, oh, my God. I just refused to I refused to come in and, like, change my life. And she had my number, you know? So when I called her and she came to visit me, you know, in Wayside, like 4 years ago, I went and did my time in Old Folsom. She said, just work on yourself. You're zen. You know, you need to calm down. And so by the time I got here, I had 2 years physical sobriety, but, like, I'm still working on myself emotionally, right? So, like, there's a part of me right now, I'm going through a lot of stuff, okay? But what I do is I pick myself up, right? I come here and I find guys, you know, like Spencer, Adia, right? And we get into the book and I just changed the course of their life just a little bit, right? And I watch them, you know, and I yelled at this dude so bad I thought he was going to break in half, you know? And I was like, what are you going to do? Go get fucking drunk? You know? And he stayed, you know, and he's doing great, man. I'm really proud of him. But I love it here, man. I come here and I write my name down, you know, in the book when I get here, and at least my picture's not on the wall, right? Don't come back ever again, you know? All right, thank you.
We'll get the right chip. Rachel's getting the right chip. No, every day is important. Every day is important. I don't want to, you know. So, yeah, there you go. Do you have it? By the way, each birthday gets a challah from our challah, from Baked, right? A beautiful challah. So if you want challah, there's still challah available to buy. And we have a brand new website, and you can order it. So, yes, amazing. There's different flavors. I like the essential, which is basic, but there's a whole bunch of flavors if you like sweet challah and all that. The churro challah makes terrific French toast, just so you know. So. Ethan. Too.
Thank you so much. My name's Ethan. I'm a grateful member of this community. I am so grateful to this community for saving not only my life, but my sister's life. And this place gave me a new beginning that I so badly needed, and what I thought was going to be really hard and almost impossible at the beginning now feels much easier. And it's like, and I think like seeing Russell's face and like the joy on his face with the gown, his cap on, it's like a testament to that, right? And like what this community can do. And I'm definitely not perfect. I thought I was going to be like ripped and have like time management solved by the time I was 2 years sober, but that did not happen. But I definitely have, what's different this time is like I have a foundation. You know, I have some spiritual foundation that I didn't have before, and people that I met here that are my rock, that I know I can lean on, that help me get through this beautiful sober life that I have now. And you know what else keeps me sober is I think back every time I have a craving to drink. An image pops into my head of Cantor Nate's face. He's sitting with me on the patio. And he says, the best thing that can happen to you is you'll be sitting back here talking to me. And that terrifies me every day. So, yeah, thank you, guys. I think I did. Oh, yeah. No? Oh, I put it in my pocket. Oh.
In your pocket. For 18 years, Yona, I think what a Betshuva debt of gratitude, what most people don't know is that Yona volunteers here and teaches Torah study many, many weeks a month. So a debt of gratitude to you and for your Torah, I'm sure, from the residents and from all of us. And congratulations.
My name is Yona, and I'm a grateful member of this community. Almost every Thursday of the month, I get the privilege to come here and teach Torah to the residents. Tonight, I'm going to share with you 2 minutes of Torah. Every time I step into this building, a verse comes to my head from Book of Exodus. The Lord commands us, "V'asu li mikdash v'shochanti betacham." Make yourself a holy place, and I will come and dwell within it. The Torah is not haphazard with its words. It chooses its words very carefully. When we think of this holy place, the Torah tells us that later the people built the tabernacle, the Mishkan, where they had the Ark of the Covenant, and God came and dwelled amongst the people there. But it doesn't use the word boneh, which means to build. It uses the word oseh, which means to make. The first time we see the word boneh in the Bible is when they're building the Tower of Babel. Is when they're taking a piece of stone and they're firing it and they're conquering and they're capturing and they're trying to overcome the Lord. They're trying to overcome the trials and tribulations of humanity. But the first time we see the word oseh is when God creates the universe. The Hasidic tradition teaches us two things. One is very spiritual in depth. It says that it's not that God says, I'm going to dwell within the tabernacle. It says, I'm going to dwell within the people. If you come and make a holy place, I will dwell within inside of you. And the second piece of this is that the Kahot commentary says to us, sometimes in life we have these moments of holiness, new relationships, sunsets, great cups of coffee. We have these moments where we see the divine and it dwells within us. But when we come together, these moments of holiness extend far beyond the reaches of time. At Beit Teshuvah, we remind each other that every soul is holy, that everyone has the potential to oseh, to manifest worlds. And when we gather together, we have the capacity to make space for the divine to dwell. And on my birthday, I'm so grateful. I'd like to share this with you, to remind myself, to remind those who have come back, to remind those who are new, that every soul is holy, and every moment is holy, and it's not the exception, but inside these walls, it's the norm. This coming together supersedes all occasional personal matters of holiness and creates a communal holiness where within us the divine dwells. And with that, I'm grateful to you and to Beit Shuvah for making each moment holy.
Before we give the cake, right, and a reminder that we have birthday sponsors, and so they come amalgamated to Shabbat sponsors as well. Also in honor of Russell Harrison's graduation and celebration of Yona Feinstein's 18th birthday, in gratitude for Beit Shuvah by Nina and Ed Feinstein. Thank you so much for being a Shabbat sponsor. If you want to sponsor a birthday, any of you, please, absolutely. Sorry. That's my glucose monitor. See, I just smell cake, and it's like something's bad. But please come join me in celebrating the birthdays and sing happy birthdays to everybody. Thank you, as always, Sisterhood, for the birthday cake.
All right, come on up. Let's have the birthdays up here, and then let's all gather around. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Steve, Ethan, and Yona. Happy birthday to you. Keep coming back sober.
All right, as you make your way back, some announcements before we're going to say the Kaddish and then Oseh Shalom and some Kiddush and Hamotzi. First and foremost, exactly 7 weeks from today. Yes, 7 weeks from today is High Holidays. Many of you will get a card and things. So if you want tickets for High Holidays, please go to beteshuva.org/holidays, and you can get tickets. Yes, that is me and Nate. But yes, it's 7 weeks from today, which is really, really nothing. So that's High Holidays. Also, our very own board member, Pat Gage, and many of our residents are involved in the play that's happening in Santa Monica called The Curious Savage. Very interesting play, directed by Pat Gage and produced by Barbara Tell, August 1, 2, 8, and 9 at 2 p.m. and August 1 and 8 at 7 p.m. If you go, it's it's really rather remarkable. So if you are interested in some theater and supporting the residents here, please get your tickets there. Also, yes, we're already thinking about November, right? There you go. November 2nd, the Bet Shuva Open, the charity golf tournament. Registration is already open, so if you're thinking about that, we think that far ahead. So yes, that's coming up as well. And then lastly, right, if you want to see a raised spotlight. Photograph, written, produced by Jesse Solomon, the whole thing. It's a one-man show here. And then finally, if you're new to the community, please pull up your phone and sign up for the newsletter so we can tell you of all the amazing things that are happening now and High Holidays and a lot that's going to happen in the new Jewish year as well. So, as we end the service with a chance to take a moment and pay homage to all those people who have brought us here, all the people who are with us in spirit, all the people that we have learned so much from. And just because they are no longer on this plane with us, it does not mean that their legacy is gone. In fact, it means that we are the custodian of that legacy. So I'm going to read the Yortzeit list and then ask you if you want to dedicate your Kaddish to somebody. We'll stand up and we're going to say Kaddish all together. So for the Yortzeit this week, Arthur Kern, Abraham Simone, Barbara Massler, Phyllis Tell, Stuart Elkins, Hi Roger, Kenneth Becker, Marguerite Marquise, Joel Allen Cohen, Bernhard Weiss, Arnold Familian, Rob Orban, Wallace Annenberg, Mitchell Sturfeld, Arsenio Garcia, Florence Roth, Josh Seufer, Israel Polstein, Gary Thomas, Marvin Levine, Sheila Mechanic, and Gail Weiner. And if you have somebody you want to say Kaddish with us together, please stand up. I'll call on you. Please say their name, and then we can say all Kaddish together. I'm going to pan the room. So, yes. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה. בעלמא דברי חירותי והמליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומייכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהא שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עולמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלל שמי דקודשה בריחו. לעילה מכל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמא ואמרו אמן. יהא שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו אמן. Amen. All right, let's call the band up one last time for tonight, and let's God and us make some peace. Peace just doesn't happen. Peace has to be made. Amen. Amen.
Oh. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל.
No, Julia, I like the
enthusiasm. Why did you run away? No, I'm into the enthusiasm. Just before we say Kiddush and Amotzi, because we have a strange fandangle thing tonight's happening. So everybody, except for the residents who are going to help us turn the room, everybody go to the Shirley patio while we turn the room, and then the guests can come back for the dinner thing. So so if you're here for the Russell dinner, go out and then we'll come back, and residents stay and we'll turn the room, and the rest of you, we have some oneg outside as well. So that being said, Kiddush.
Thank you, Rabbi, for
Thank
a
you,
lovely
Cantor.
service tonight.
Thank you.
Everyone, please rise for 2 more blessings. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Good Shabbos, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. We'll see you next Friday.